saying that they want strength, but then, a lot of people saying that they want mental strength, they want focus, they want discipline, they want confidence, they even want emotional control. But again, I said that if we were being honest, they're kind of feeding the mind with noise, they're letting it spin the block, they're avoiding the challenges that come up, and they're repeating the same thoughts again and again. And then they wonder why it is that their mind feels weak, scattered, and undisciplined or overwhelmed. Okay, that's what happens. We did our housekeeping, we talked about our outcomes. And just to kind of recap, the three things I'm hoping for you today is that you'll be able to recognize where it is that your mind needs more intentional training, that you understand how challenge and discipline work together to build mental strength, and lastly, how to identify one practice that strengthens your thinking. Okay, so I asked the question of, do you feel that your mind is working for you or against you? We've responded to that. And as I said, no matter where it is that you are, your mind is a muscle. Okay, your mind is a muscle. All right, and we have to remember that. And along with everything, there's always some common misperceptions, and this topic is no different. People think that strength is something that you either have or you don't. You either have it or you don't. But quite to the contrary, mental strength is something that is built, right? It's built just like physical strength. Mental strength is built just like physical strength. Let me ask you a question. How do we build physical strength? How do we build physical strength? Whatever your ideas are, go ahead and put them in the chat. How do we build physical strength? Physical strength. How is it built? What do we do? Okay, good. Weight training, exercise, good. Exercise. Yes. Yep. So some of the comments in this live have been filtered to protect the community's experience. I don't know what they are. I'd be interested in seeing it, but we're not going to take time right now. Eating right. Okay. Yes, that's a good one too. All of them are good, to be honest. Yeah. So in order to build, physical strength, right? And what it means, we have to use our mind. We have to challenge. We have to be repetitive. We have to allow ourselves recovery time. And we have to be disciplined. We have to use, we have to challenge, we have to be repetitive. Yes, we have to allow recovery time. We have to allow discipline. You see how physical and mental strength, they go hand in hand, right? They do. You don't get stronger by avoiding what's hard. Okay, you may go sit down at one of those doggone machines at Planet Fitness and be like, oh, somebody done messed around and put the thing on 50 and you don't pay attention to it and you go to lift it and it's like, oh, this is just so hard to do. I don't know if I can do this. Or you sit down and you try to do the leg lifts. I'm getting married. Is you ready? Your body's just not feeling it. It's like, oh, this 10 pounds is hard. It shouldn't be this hard. You know what I mean? But yeah. Again, you don't get stronger by avoiding. You don't get stronger by not doing. You don't get stronger by never ever challenging assumptions. You don't get stronger by that. You don't get stronger by letting your mind, right? Letting your mind do what the heck it wants to do all day long. You don't get stronger by letting it wander off in la la land. That's not where you get stronger. You get stronger by training your mind. Training. And that's where we start to shift this. Okay? Training is where we start to shift this whole thing. Okay? Training the mind, your mind, does not mean that you're pretending that everything is fine. Good morning, the chosen one. It does not mean that pretending everything is fine, right? That's not what training looks like. It means learning how to work with your thoughts, how to work with your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. Okay? How to work with your thoughts instead of being controlled by them. That's what it means. In addition, it means asking the hard questions. It means asking the hard questions. You say, well, what are some of those hard questions? Okay, I got some examples for you. Thank you, Digital Diva. I appreciate that. It means, is this thought, is it helping me? Is it helping me? Hold on. There was something that we needed to ask Digital Diva, y'all. I know what it was. I'm going to send you a message. Let me send you a message. Let me mark this down. I'm going to send you a message. I remember what it was. Okay. We had a question. The panel and I had a question for you. Digital Diva question. Okay. Today. Okay. But like I said, it means asking, is this thought that I'm having, or these thoughts that I'm having, or these things, are they helping me? Is the thought that I'm having, is it true? Is it real? Is it imagined? Is it something that I need to take, a moment to reflect upon? Is this thought keep coming back? Is it spinning the block? Do people inadvertently here, there, and everywhere, are they talking about it? Are they talking to me about it? Are they noting this? Here's the other thing. Is the thought leading me somewhere productive? Are the thoughts that I'm having leading me somewhere productive? And if not, what are we doing? What are we doing? We have to be honest. We have to be honest. We have to be honest at the moment, right? There are days where, quite honestly, my mind wants to run the show. I swear that's how I felt getting in and out of the car last week. I was afraid too. Over there and everywhere. It wants to worry about things that still need to be done. I felt scared and panicked, and I was crying all the time. If I don't bring it structure, right? If I don't bring structure to that, my mind will then create its own pattern of things. Oh my gosh. Have y'all ever just revisited things that I just felt like it was or wasn't reality? I wasn't sure what to feel. Doing the spinning of the block, okay? Creating its own pattern. And that's why it is that mental strength, right? That's why it is that mental strength is not just about being positive. No, it's not. But it was like I was smiling on the outside, but so sad on the inside. To live through situations under false pretenses. Okay, it's not. It's deconstructive rather than constructive. All right. That is why, again, mental strength is not just about being positive. It's about being. I really didn't even feel like I was strong enough to help myself or anyone else. Okay, so I want you to think about this. I really didn't even like I was strong enough to help myself or anyone else. I didn't even feel that I was strong enough. And just, and sometimes I don't know. Sometimes, and I know we as women in general have an underlying inclination to. I just felt sad. To support ad nauseum at the cost of ourselves. We do. I just felt sad. And I just wanted someone to help me, but it was like I didn't know what to ask for. And what other emotion is there to have if you have none else to give? Disappointed, disgusted, questioning yourself, and this, that, and the other. When that there's no reason to, but there's more reason to say to recognize the things that are going on around you. Who's taking instead of pouring into you? Who are you equally yoked with? Who are oh gosh, who are yeah, all of those things.
And it was a lot of people that felt like just pray about it, but sometimes just praying is not the answer.
We make ourselves targets by not setting necessary boundaries. And a lot of times the hardest people that it is to do that
Answer.
is our families, right? Or people that we say, oh, we've been knowing for 20, 30, 40 years, and it means something much more than that. When it really doesn't. It means time. Time, something that you can't get back. I get that part. But I can't tell you the countless times in my life that I've met new people that I knew, for very short periods of time, and a lot of times felt closer to than I knew people for 20, 30, 40 years. It happens.
I feel like I know y'all like that. I feel like I've been knowing y'all for years and years, and I feel like some of the things that I've been going through over this last 2 weeks have been really hard, but having you ladies, I mean, I look on my videos and I see y'all have commented, and it brings me so much joy and happiness, whereas I felt really down, and I do appreciate y'all so much.
Absolutely. And that's what we're doing. We're continuing to build a community here. True connections. We have true connections. We do things outside of this app together to the best of our ability, given the fact that we're geographically separated. But we do things. We talk on the phone. We touch and agree. We meet on Sundays in our private, in our private space and time. We help each other. That's what it's about. These are some things that have been lost, y'all. These are some things that have seriously been lost. I'm not gonna lie, let me tell y'all something real quick. I watched a video this morning.
I have friends that I have for years that haven't shown me as much love as I get here, and family, really.
And I was so disheartened at the just sheer outright hate that you see in the eyes of people nowadays. It's like, wow, I came through life a time where I was, I'm 57 years old, so just imagine. I didn't see a whole lot, being from California, from California originally, and this, that, and the other. It was kind of like footloose and fancy free. Everybody had fun in the sun, and let's go get it at the beach. And I'm sure that different thoughts were had. I mean, people are everywhere, right? People don't like you for your height. People don't like you for your eye color. People don't like you for the color of your skin. I get that. And I'm fine with that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I feel like everybody should have the likes. You can have the likes and the dislikes that you want. But where it crosses the line is where you put your hands on me. If you put your hands on me, or you
don't put your hands on me, because you're going to see the other side of me you never wanted to meet.
Because you don't like me because of things that I can't control. That's where I personally draw the line in the sand.
I feel you on that one.
Was a video of a creator.
You gotta be at the courthouse in 3 hours. If you can't get up, I understand. I know she wants us to be there.
Establishments nowadays,
Marvin loves to hear from you.
Right? Name one that they don't. They're few and far between. That's really the honest truth. Okay, look around.
And today is a hard day, being that my nephew was murdered.
Another layer of protection. It's the new norm, right? Okay, so said creator goes into this restaurant that's not far from me, which is sad to say, because ordinarily, had I not seen this video, I might have actually tried it. I might have actually tried it. But I cannot support the shenanigans that I see by giving my money to it, because I feel like I am then perpetuating
just lay down.
Inappropriate, unprofessional behavior.
I'll be there. Me and Luke should be there. You lay your butt in this bed.
I don't feel that
lay down. It'll be all right. Take a shower. I'm gonna take my shower in a little while. I'm gonna finish with my group.
Disgusting. And you can just see it in the eyes, the disdain.
I'm Christian, but that hood can come back out again.
Loved them. Everybody in that doggone restaurant was embracing, was biting at the bit to be able to have them sit at their table and this, that, and the other.
We'll see.
And I'm like,
I ate cereal.
So this is what you're met with. You know, this resistance.
I couldn't eat it on my stomach that late, so I ate cereal.
You know, nowadays cameras come out like 50 going west. Something starts popping off. Guess what?
Everybody wants that 10 minutes of fame.
They want the footage. They want the story. You know what I'm
when
saying?
The earrings come out.
With this being said, it was like the escalation. It just made no sense to me.
And my shoes. And if don't let me put my purse down. It's open.
And I say that because these two women can relate that we have battle buddy systems in the
open season and it's all over.
So I think in this day, time, and stage of life, y'all need to have a battle buddy when you go out. You really, really do. Because you never know one way or the other what it is that may happen, and you've got to protect yourself. So I'm just saying.
You know, some people think because you a Christian and you praise God or you believe in God that you can easily be walked over. You can easily be walked over and talked to any kind of way. And that's not the case. I love God, but I love me too. Love me and won't let you talk any kind of way to me. You got to put people in their place or they will continue. Will continue. And some people just talk crazy for no reason. And feel like their opinion is the only one that matters.
These people were stacked on each other, up against one other person. They were stacked, like leaning in. Like if one falls down, the other one's coming. The next one falls down, the other one's coming. And then they all had.
I thought I was getting off at 1.
They all had something that they could have at any moment.
I was like, damn, 1 o'clock is way gone now. Shoot.
It's like, wow. And this was in a restaurant.
I guess I'm going to wear my curly wig today because I'm going to be toned down for court.
We all need each other.
Well, I tell Luz to give me $20 that money so damn bad. It's my money. You owe me for your taxes. You say I got it for her.
Anyway,
we got something to do.
I should probably just open it with showing y'all the video. I'm not going to do it now. I'll send it to you.
I ain't when you do stuff like that because you don't know it's mine. You owe me $200 some.
I was just so disheartened and disgusted. Anyway.
I got all my money going already. They took every bit of my savings, all of it.
I'm sorry, I'm going to get you back on track, but for the moment, do you remember when we first met how I told you the devil is like a cutting horse? Mm-hmm. And then I explained to you what a cutting horse does. If the devil can keep us divided, and I say us loosely because I don't mean us, I mean everyone else. Right. He has accomplished his goal. If he can keep us divided and at each other's throats, and oh, this one's over here doing this, and that one's over there doing that, then he can. A kingdom divided cannot stand. Period. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like having one table leg shorter than all the other 3. It's gonna be rickety. It's not gonna be sturdy. Something's gonna fall.
Yeah. It's just I do know about the division tactics and different things like that. It just feels like this time period, this time frame, this is like no other time. That people just feel so emboldened and compelled to let their personal stuff just overflow like the river. It just comes out like 40 going west, and you just don't know anymore. You just don't know. Yeah, keyboard warriors, that too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I know we can say a lot about this. I do. and I'm sorry for kind of taking us off in another direction, but that just kept coming up to me today. When we talk about mindset, being positive, being constructive, what it is that's getting your attention. Wow. Wow. Gosh. Yes.
I know many of you believe in prophecies, but I have friends of mine that have moved out of the country, out of these United States, because they feel like we are headed towards basically disaster. You know how the fall of Rome, they feel like that's what's coming here. And because there has been so many injustices against people, people of color, people of ethnicities, people of, gender, different things like that, this United States has to come to an awakening. And I know a couple of people that I know that have moved out of this country because they feel like it's getting ready to be destroyed because of all the negative things that's going on in this world. So we have to be a positive light, no matter what. We have to come together, make sure that we know about, positivity and talking to each other and understanding each other and learning to just take care of each other. Because that's what it's going to come down to. We got to take care of each other, even simple things like food, just simple things. I can't think of all the different things, but have you ever heard of the barter system? I remember talking to she was one of my closest friends. I used to take care of her, and she was a little Jewish lady, and she told me how they left Cuba and had to.
We need to get some gum intensified toothpaste for my gums.
And what they did is, if you can make a cake,
the toothpaste we used to be buying.
I can do your grass, then I can do. That's the way this life here is going to start to become, because we've got to stick together, and we can't let all the negative stuff just outcast everything.
Right.
Does that make sense? That makes sense? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Yeah, absolutely. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, dang, I went to the store, I bought like maybe 6 things, and ordinarily they would not be expensive. But it was like I walked away, I spent $46, $50 for 6 things. And it was what I don't even remember what in the heck did I get. I don't know. It was a salad. It was things that generally, really it shouldn't have cost no more than $5, $6 a piece, right? But it was egregious, and I was thinking, dang, I'm glad I'm going to Dee Dee's house where I only have to take this, and she's making this, because if I had to make all of this, it would hit me in my pocketbook like, I'd be down a bone. Yeah, I'd be down $100. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And that's why it's good to be cooking on a budget. Like, that's why I'm trying to show people how to, you make the same thing, but you can make it on a budget. You know what I'm saying? There's a way you can buy the same thing and come out with the same outcome, but actually get more for your money, because it's unbelievable nowadays, honey.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a sword that cuts both ways. I love community eating dinners and different things like that. And in different countries, they do this. In Korea, they sit around together. They sit at a table, sit down on the floor, on a pillow, whatever the case may be, and they pass the food around, and that's how they eat. In Germany, similar thing.
Yeah.
We don't do it here.
No.
Go over there in your neck of the woods and do your thing. I'll go over here and do my thing. And that's the thing that is like, I think that's why I've always enjoyed traveling to different
It's like
places.
every man for himself, basically. Everybody's so selfish now.
It's something that is seriously lacking here. It's all about liker. It seems like it's about likership. It's about how do I want to say? There's another word. I can't think of it right now. Groupthink comes to mind. I never could stand that group thing. You know, you get together and everybody agrees, touch and agree on the same thing for no rhyme or reason, and no good intentions involved. No thought to say, hey, what we're getting ready to do or say or plan or coordinate is wrong. Everybody just does it because they don't want to go against the grain. I can never understand, appreciate, or respect that.
Me either.
But anyway,
like nobody has an opinion. It's like nobody has an opinion of their own, basically.
It's just more prevalent now than it is, you know, and that's the worry. You know, like I said, you know, I wanted us.
Nobody has their own minds anymore.
That keeps showing up for me or for you, right? For us. Sometimes I can be overthinking. I don't think I'm overthinking this. I think it's been a long time coming that I said something
about it.
But do I worry about it? Yeah, I worry about it. I worry about the impact that this, if it continues, is going to have on my children.
But you know, some people feel like because you don't say anything about it, that you don't care.
Other ways that this could show up is that people could avoid making certain decisions.
Let me get myself together. I'm going to have to get dressed in like the next hour.
But not finish. Okay, they could also start by
get
not
myself dressed.
So what we were doing in that moment,
put on some jeans. I need to smoke a little bit.
One mental
Smoke a little bit.
Keeps showing up for you, right? Right now, what we're talking about.
Oh, thank you for the kisses.
Showing up in real
You're so sweet.
Right? Worrying,
Oopsie daisy.
avoiding decisions, replaying conversations.
Thank you, sweetheart. You're so sweet. Jillian.
The things that we see are going on in the world.
I'm going to get up and put my clothes on and do my hair and makeup, I guess. I'm wearing an afro, a Jerry curl afro today. Just like the one on that picture.
You know, helps us to train our mind, or are we letting the patterns?
Oh, you're so sweet.
Train us. Yes. Are we letting the patterns of these things train us? Woo. All right, y'all. If any part of this is resonating with you,
I got one question.
I want you to go
Will
ahead and
I get an emoji?
Build, BUILD, because that's the place where we need to shift. Go ahead. What's your question, friend? I got one question. Will I get an emoji? Will I get an emoji? Oh, let's talk about sticker. Yes, I'm gonna do it. Honestly, I'm not trying to make excuses, but you know, we're friends and family here. So up until yesterday, and actually the last 2 days, I've had more shenanigans going on. So the only hour I've had to truly
under my ass
between being sick, between being upset.
I haven't really been on here like that because I'd be like, people don't want to engage and talk with me like they used to. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I be feeling lately.
Do anything else.
But, you know, today is the murder trial for my nephew and my brother-in-law. They were shot in the head Friday the 13th, 2023. So it's been really difficult, and I've got to be there for my sister, and I don't really know how to be there for her.
Do y'all see it?
What?
I don't. I can see you as well as everybody else.
Okay, I see everybody. I don't know. But that's why I went out earlier, because I couldn't see anything, and then I couldn't hear anything. So I was thinking maybe it was my device. So that's why I switched devices, and now I can see and hear, but it's like delayed.
Yeah, I just screenshotted it so I can show you guys later. Okay. But there is a big white square on my part that this is the reason why you're seeing me up here now. because my head is over the top of it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's really weird. But this is what we're going to do. So let's plan ahead. I'm going to finish just like this because I'm going to continue to be great and I'm going to help us. Yeah, it is really weird. I'm going to continue to be great. But when I come to the end, I'm going to close this out and reset it. So if we want to come back in and go into said parking lot, then that's how we'll do that. Okay. All right. So if this is hitting you, okay, beautiful. I just got off work. On to the kids for school.
I'm gonna take me a shower and do my hair and stuff.
Okay, Shawnee.
Gotta get ready for the
Okay, so
she wants us there on time. I want to be there early because she's been crying all night. She done called me already. Just
because this is where we need to make the shift, y'all.
So I'm gonna try to be normal. I'm not gonna wear like all them colors. So I'll be wearing my hair. I'm just gonna wear regular old hair, regular old clothes, so I could be toned down.
We need to start training it on a daily basis, okay? And with that being said, I want to know what is one mental habit that you need to strengthen or that you need to interrupt. And I want you to go ahead and drop that in the chat. Drop that in the chat. Drop it in the chat. Okay, release it. Release the stronghold, negative talk. Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. I see you, Battle Ready. I'm wondering whether or not this was the byproduct of any conversation
people's
that we've had,
impressions of me versus how I feel about me.
It's hard to imagine what it is that people are doing nowadays and why. But emotional regulation, yeah. Are the people's impressions of me versus how I feel about me. Ooh.
I mean, you know, I talk text, I can't really see, so other people's impressions of me versus how I feel about me.
Why is that important to you?
It's important to me that I don't worry about what other people think about me and stand in my truth of what I feel about myself. And I'm learning that more and more. Every day I'm working on that. A lot of my issue used to be what other people think, feel, or say. But now I'm more based on what I feel, think, and say about me. That matters.
Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Kay says what other people think of me is none of my business.
So true. I love it.
She said it's none of my business. Well, thank you guys for putting that in the chat because what I want us to do is I want us to name it, right? So let's name it so that we can start training it differently. Let's do that. Let's name it.
First of all, this picture is not AI. This is actually a picture of me with my face made up. Okay? If you don't know the difference between an AI photo and a real photo, then you got a problem. Okay? I actually have, you see, my breasts would be perfect if it was AI, sweetheart. They would be sitting up on swole. They wouldn't be down there near my waist. So maybe you need to, like, worry about yourself instead of worrying about me.
In the morning and do the things that you do. Why?
If you worked on your face a little bit and your profile a little bit, you would not have time to be in here because I see a lot of things that could be worked on. Because I know for God's sake that can't be your picture. So let's work on ourselves. That's a life lesson we need to do. Is like work on ourselves. Thanks.
Mine is too long to top. Mine is for my grandbabies. I've got 3 grandchildren, 13, 11, and 10, watching everything that I do. And I try to set a good role model for them.
I feel you, Kay. Same thing here. I have 27 and 4 great-grands looking at me. And my kids, you know, I feel like me standing in my truth and going forth to pursue things, even at the grown age that I am, still pursuing my dreams and stuff to show them that anything is possible.
Okay, I appreciate that. Listen, y'all, I just found this out. Miss Lady and BB, since you're the most versed in here on the inner workings, guidelines, restrictions, etc. of TikTok, I just looked up why it is that I have a white block on the screen of my TikTok live. Here's what it says. A white block on a TikTok screen is often a 0.5.5 temporary technical, 0.5.6 restriction by TikTok, or a rendering glitch in TikTok Studio. 0.5.10 that often covers content deemed unoriginal, violation prone, or during a temporary suspension. It can also occur if the app is trying to block specific content in real time, or if you are using unofficial streaming methods.
It's just a glitch. If you got out, you'll be fine because we don't see the glitch.
No.
I know exactly what you're talking about because sometimes I would go in rooms and I wouldn't see the panel, or I would see some panelists and not others. But it's nothing more than a glitch because we all can see you. We see the comments, and if it was a restriction, trust and believe, it would have ended it. It wouldn't even block you in your way. It would end your live without you even having a chance to respond. So it's just a matter of resetting the room, but we could see and we could read, we could see everything.
Okay, so yeah, and I thought that, and having received restrictions and violations before, that it would come up on the screen for me to see it and stuff like that. But it's okay. All right, but you guys don't see anything like that.
If you swipe right to left and look in the corner and you don't see it say restriction, and it's not pink and it's saying you've ever been timed out, then there's no restriction. But the fact that I was able to see you from my backup page and come in on this page and clearly see everybody, it couldn't possibly be that.
Okay. Something happened. I hit my back arrow and it went away.
Glitch.
Glitch. Okay.
Yeah, so it was just a TikTok thing then. It's got to be.
Yeah, it's glitching a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have to. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, can y'all drop? Can you drop K?
Yeah. Hold on.
Drop K.
Yeah.
I don't have Carla. I don't have the mod to mute or to
hold on.
do anything like that.
Manage guest. I'm dropping her now.
Oh, because Kay's getting ready to go to work. Okay. Okay, I got you. All right, so let me go ahead and.
You just have to go to the settings and change BB settings. Like, you're welcome. When you go over next to the magic wand, I don't know if it's 3 dots next to it or what, but when you go right there, just scroll down to where it says settings and it'll say moderator, and then you can just change it, or you can click on BB and click moderator and then manage right there. Like, click on her profile, you should be able to hit manage and manage her moderator settings.
The silence is just me going through the motions of, oh, wait a minute, hold on, let me try this.
BB, have you tried to just, like, the 2 people at the bottom where it has a little shadow of 2 people and a check mark? Have you tried clicking on that and then clicking managing guests and see if you can manage like that?
So here's what I have. I got to the settings that you're talking about. And so I have given her to the ability to do comment settings, review filtered comments, mute comments, block comments, poll and gift, also pin comments. Am I supposed to, must be managed, okay, add, remove. Okay,
manage guests. Because she can add and remove guests. Like if somebody's in here and me and Kay or Kate or you're talking, so we're supposed to be running this room while you're talking. One of us or she can do it. We can put people in and out of this box that ain't supposed to be up in here doing things, you know.
Okay, so try the things that
I
you.
got it down.
You got it? Yay!
No, because I am moderators in my friend's room, and there was someone at the bottom, and he was just ticking me off, but you were ignoring him, so I thank God for that. But he was first of all, it irritated me that his username was the chosen one.
I saw that.
A child of God, right? A man of God. Yet he comes in here in the middle of your whatever perception he had of your conversation, and instead of probably giving his point of view, like, hey, this is how I do it, he was alluding that you were causing other people to dig trauma, and that you, like, why would you want them to bring up stuff? Basically, he was saying it's not healthy for you to have people bring up stuff because it's a negative thing. And then he was like, if you guys want positive framework, come to my room. I do it in a spiritual method. I was like, somebody kick him out.
I saw that, but then I thought Kay had it, so I was like,
so I was like, Kay, did you snipe him? Because I was like, somebody must have sniped him. But it's okay. He wasn't saying anything bad, but he was just perpetuating that what you were saying was causing some further trauma to us. Why would you wake us up in the morning to have us think negatively? I'm like, dude, shut up.
I don't care who you are, Adams.
You're supposed to be
Are you supposed to be important? Somebody important that we're supposed to pay attention to?
Yes.
I'm so fucking confused.
You should encourage it. Or maybe I was so mad. I was like, where is my kick him out the room button?
Well, I guess, for me, and just to make sure that I feel like we all have a right to be able to express how it is that we feel.
Yes.
We don't have to agree. And I think that's the maturity of being able to come to the table and say, I have an opinion of something. I have a thought of something.
I gotta get dressed because we're gonna have coffee and conversation, and I'm gonna do so I can go because John going to sleep and we're going to court in like an hour and a half. So
it's just so
I'm hungry,
far
throwing
less
some
kind
grits.
to each other, so much far less considerate of each other.
And it's not open yet.
When you see this
like 20
video,
minutes.
you could see the disdain, you could see the rage, you could
I'm gonna take my blood pressure medicine and go in there. I'm taking a bubble bath today.
How does a person
You see
get
my
to
new
that
videos?
point of where you just feel this whole ball of wax, this whole, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if y'all have ever just seen sheer, evil, sheer, I'm about to lose my mind. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I seen it in this person's eyes, and it was so just unraveling to me. It was like, wow, why? There was so many other ways to handle it. And so I think that talking about it, it opens up the dialogue, it opens up the conversation, and that's the problem. We want to be closed off from conversations. We want to continue to have the mindsets, that we have, that we've come to the conclusion that, it's okay, but it's not. It's not okay. There are some things that are just not okay, no matter how you look at it. No matter where it is happening, it is not okay.
I agree, because I thought he had your chat moving, so I was like, let him keep the chat moving.
Shoot, that's what I be doing in my life. I let him talk. Shoot, as long as it ain't like degrading.
He was going on and on and on. I mean,
he was running his mouth.
Yeah, but he needed to kick him out. But I was like,
well, I saw K and BB talking, so I was like, well.
He didn't need to be kicked out, because I was trying to see where he was going with it, but I just didn't like. There was two parts of it, and this is the part where God is working on me. I feel like if you're gonna sit here and represent yourself and claim to be chosen or have any representation of being a child of God, and then you're coming into the room and you're you're doing opposite. You're actually doing opposite. You're trying to tear down the room to solicit people to come to your room and say, I could give you positivity, but I could do it in a spiritual way. Like what you were doing was coming and you were just kind of down. You were just coming and pouncing on her. And so that's where God is working on me, because yes, it could have just been, Carla could have seen it. You were in your thoughts, so I thank God you weren't seeing, like you weren't responding to it. But she could have said, "Oh no, that's not what we're doing. That's opposite. That's actually opposite of what we're doing."
Right.
And you could have gave him a correction, and that would have been the Christian way. That would have been the proper way. But the way he came in, thinking you were trying to trauma dig, you were trying. And I'm like, you came in halfway, and you just didn't even take off your shoes before you came in the room with respect. You know what I'm saying?
Right, walking all over the carpet.
You dirty self. I was so
right.
upset. But let me tell you something. What you have to have is the opportunity to allow people to at least say their version, and hopefully they could be open to hearing, okay, that's not what I meant. That's not where I'm coming from. Because when I used to go live, I used to speak and someone used to come in right off the rip, and I realized he was triggered. He thought you were coming from a place that you weren't coming from. And people would get triggered if I would say something, and they would start challenging me, and they would start asking me questions. Oh, so you think God made us this way? And do you think? And I was like, okay, so what I'm not going to do, I said, what I think doesn't matter. I said, what you and God got going on is what matters. I said, don't come in here telling me. So I would say it gently. I said, oh girl, don't try to test me. Don't try to poke me. I said, we're gonna keep going. I said, do we need a hug? I said, we need a hug. Everybody give him a hug. And I would just like push away, but then the person goes, at a certain point, the person will go, oh, I'm sorry, I thought you said this. I said, that's why we have 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to speak. So, anywho, I was irritated by him because he was making my scalp itch.
And see, that goes back to people listening and hearing are 2 different things. Because people listen, but they don't hear. And people hear, but they don't listen. And they're not hearing you correctly because they're not listening. But if they do both actions, then you get understanding by listening and hearing. And that's the thing. You know, I used to have a lot of people coming in my room that seemed like they were being rude. But when I started letting them just stay and stop, coming back combative with them, then eventually they're going, oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. And they're some of the most supportive people I have in my room now. Because I didn't just kick them out. Because I didn't just give them the block. Because I didn't just go back and forth at them. But some people need it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, because when he was coming on, when he kept writing and saying stuff, I wasn't really understanding all of what he was saying. But he was like, he thought that Carla was saying negative things, like she's trying to pull these things out of the females to make them feel a certain way and all of that stuff. And I was like, that is not what she's saying.
That is not what this is about.
That's not what this is about. But we have to understand that because we are positive and because we are so together, we understand each other very, very well. And that's what I thank God for. We understand each other. And when people just come into the room, they don't quite understand. So that's why I was saying, maybe let him go ahead and talk, and maybe he'll start figuring it out, or maybe he'll leave on his own. And that's what he did. He left on his own.
And see, that's what happens most of the time when you ignore them. They're not getting that back and forth that they want from you. They're not getting that angered attitude, or, that, okay, she gonna backbite at me, or he gonna backbite at me thing. And then eventually they leave. A person feels kind of stewedy out.
The Holy Spirit bounced him right out of here because nobody was responding.
Yeah.
And he probably was like, let me go troll another room.
Period.
Yeah, so, and you weren't responding to him, so I started to type, and I was like, you know what? It's not even worth it because you don't fight with idiots. You just don't.
Let the clown have the circus and get your peanuts and your popcorn and sit back and crack a laugh. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Okay. Oh my God. I cannot believe that all this was going on. I'm totally dumbfounded. I did not see near a comment. I will say this. I looked up at one point in time and I seen where it said The Chosen, and it was a little square with a cross in it, and that was the only thing I seen. I didn't see any other comments, a number of comments, but thank y'all for having my back. Thank y'all most importantly for understanding where I'm coming from. Okay, thank you for that, because I would never try to incite anything. I mean, why would I? We have such a diverse group on here. We are, we have such a diverse group here, right? We have, gosh, we know that, right?
Right.
We know that we're all very different. Miss DeeDee, in age, in ethnicity, and geographical location, we're all very different. The only commonality that we really have is, well, not the only one, but the fact that the front facing is that we're women.
Yeah.
That's what we have. We have other things that are alike that are similar, but yeah, we have too much diversity up in here. I can't believe that. Well, now you got it. So we'll. Normally, what I do when I recognize something like that, I try to address it. I do try to address it. If there's a difference of opinion, speak it. Let it come out. But if you're hopping to the side where you're assuming that I mean something that I don't, you came in on the middle or the end of a conversation and there's a lack of understanding, I try to bridge that.
Yeah.
But if I see that you're dead set against it, you have an option. Stay here, or you can go to someone else's page that might be better for you. I mean, because we all have choices. Not trying to put or throw or kick anybody out, but it's a choice to be here.
Right. Swipe up, swipe out. There's plenty of other garbage on this app that you can associate yourself with. You ain't got to be in here.
Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that we. I can't believe I missed all of that. I gotta start paying attention.
Because you were dedicated in what you had going on, girl. That's why you got mods.
No, but I think it was. Thank God I'm sorry, but I just thank God that Carla didn't know what was going on. She was so in the zone. I kept looking at your face, and I'm like, she had no idea.
That's why the glitch. Maybe the glitch was the protection of her seeing it, right? Because maybe she wasn't because she was having so many glitches that she couldn't see us.
Right.
Or she had that white screen coming up. You probably stopped looking at the screen because she was like, wait, the screen is gonna distract me if I keep paying attention to the imperfections. So maybe that was the reason why. And he wasn't saying anything wrong. I just get easily annoyed from the hour. I get annoyed from the hours of 5:30 to 6:30 easily. So if somebody says something wrong, I'd be like, what? Like, what you said? Right? So I'd be sitting already. So yes, it was good that you didn't see it because I do think that your platform is for open conversation, mature conversation, point of views. I'm not that mature. So I'm just saying it was supposed to let him speak and no lashing out, and he walked out of here because to me, that is God's light. If I would have turned around and would be like, what are you talking about, you lying fraud? It would have been me feeding, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chosen. You weren't chosen. You nominated yourself. Get off your soapbox. I was gonna just go off. You snuck into the group. You wasn't chosen.
We didn't invite you.
You hopped in the gate. You hopped on the gate and you went in. They talking about chosen. You wasn't and I thank God, because I was about to start typing.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. The spice.
You guys, that's like yesterday. Me and Carla had a conversation, and I was venting, and I was going on and on and on, and I said a couple of choice words that Carla was like, "Oh,
my."
Yes, and I was like, I've not always been, I've not always been. I've always been a Christian, but I've had a sailor mouth,
and
I was
me too.
I married a sailor, so I understood. By the time I divorced him, he would tell me, okay, because I could make it work.
I appreciate
But as I grew and I tried to be more mature, I tried to, calm my, those levels down, and I most of the time have a pretty good handle on it. But sometimes, like yesterday, I kind of let a few fly, and Carla was like, "Oh my, oh goodness,"
Look, I say I come from them streets.
It comes out.
I come from them streets. Don't take me back where I used to be. You don't want to meet the old her. Stay here with the new one. That's what I tell them. Cause if I go backwards, you ain't gonna like that one right there. So just come on, stay in your lane.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so just so we know that, I appreciate all of that. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say. I'm just kind of overwhelmed right now, to be honest. It's like, wow, yeah, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Yes, we did it. 100K, yay!
Everything happens for a reason, a season, and a space and time.
Listen, I want us to just be mindful that even with the shenanigans of this person, what they obviously displayed in the screen and stuff like that, we can't fix everything all in one day.
Nope.
Just like we can't fix our whole mind all in one day.
Nope.
But if we have a goal to which we start building repetition, right? Whether it presents with a pause, with a better question, with one intentional thought, with a decision instead of a spiral, with a choice to return to focus. Those things are how it is that you build strength. Not perfectly, but consistently. Okay? Because mental strength is something that grows when you practice. Just like we talked about working out at the beginning. Okay? When you do it, routinely, repetitiously, consistently, the muscle builds, right? That's what we're talking about. So when we're building strength, we have to be consistent in that effort. Because mental strength grows when you practice. When you practice. When you practice using your mind with intention. When you practice using your mind with intention. And that's what we talked about at the beginning. Honest, intentional. Honest intention. Okay, this is no different. You guys start seeing a theme now of the words that keep coming back. Intentional, right? Intentional. One honest step. Being consistent. Having structure. Having strategy. Right? These things are the things that change the trajectory of our lives by leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. And excuse me, we have to be mindful of that. So you guys know I put a tool together. It's called the Mental Training Tracker. And we're not going to put it on the shelf to collect dust. That's not what we're doing. I'm going to ask you one question from it today, and we're going to move on from it. You're going to let me know whether or not it's something that's of interest. Okay. What is one mental habit that I need to train differently? What? Oh, I love that. Who did that? Oh, that was so cute. I love that. I didn't even know something like that existed. Oh,
what is one mental habit that I need to train and change?
Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? It was teamwork. It was diversity. Oh my God. Coming together to work it out. Oh my gosh. I love it. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh, that was like the best one ever. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much, Elle, for passing through. I appreciate that. I love that. That was beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's what. I love it. Good morning, Elle. Thank you for passing through. I love that. So let's get back to it. Lord have mercy, that was amazing. What is one mental habit that you need to train? What's one mental habit? Thank you for the repost. What's one mental habit that you need to train differently? And just take a second to think about it.
Over
And then
defending and overthinking.
Release it by saying it out loud. Saying it in the chat.
Staying mentally
No shame.
guarded.
No shame. Go ahead. Being defensive. Making assumptions.
I say over defending, overthinking, and being mentally guarded.
What does that mean to be mentally guarded? What does that mean to you?
Well, being mentally guarded is meaning that's like I'm carrying too many things that actually harm me mentally, where I'm trying to help somebody else. So I'm always putting myself in that other person's shoes, thinking I'm helping them, but really I'm hurting myself instead of focusing on my mental health, my health, period, and what I have going on with me. Then I end up, overweighing everything, and my strength becomes depleted. That's the way I look at it. Like I'm suffering myself by trying to help someone else, and then I end up mentally drained.
Absolutely, I get that. Yeah, we have to be careful. Does anybody think that there's a fine line between helping and enabling? Does anybody see that? Think that? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I had a situation with a good friend that, she stopped talking to me for a while because I told her that. It's like she had a lot going on in her house with her marriage and everything. But she was constantly getting hung up on this other girl who always needed help. And even when she helped her or explained to her what she needed to do, it was always but in the mix of it. So she ended up staying where she was and always needing help. And I was just strictly saying, like, sometimes you got to back away and let them call on God, because God can do way more than what you can do. You keep putting your hands in it, and every time you put your hands in it, that person needs more and more help. It's just like you're a crutch, basically. When is this person going to get up and be able to do it for themselves, or want it just as bad for themselves as you want it for them?
Yes. So does anybody think this? When I hear the word but, I feel like it cancels out everything. It cancels out everything that was just said. It cancels out everything that was just done.
Yes.
Does anybody have that same thought?
I feel like they saying but because they want to stay where they are. It sounds good, the idea of moving forward, and this is going to fix my problem, but now I'm not as important. It's kind of like a person with Munchausen, how the child gets better, the situation gets better, but they have to do something to keep it worse because they like that feeling of being needed and wanted. I feel like the person wants help to an extent. That's why they put the but there. But if I do that, then, yeah, they just want your attention, and they're constantly getting your attention by having this problem. But if the problem gets fixed, then the attention goes away, type of thing.
Absolutely. So let me share with you guys something interesting, because I looked this up. It says that, in communication and psychology, the word but, B-U-T, often acts as a mental eraser negating or undermining whatever was said before it. It shifts the focus entirely to following clause, often making previous positive statements feel insincere, particularly in apologies or critiques. So the biggest takeaway for me is acts as a mental eraser, negating or undermining whatever was said before it. Yes, and I think it is a gateway to what it is that you're saying, Miss Lady. That it's a gateway, just for continued communication, for continued effort, for continued energy, rather than to shift the mindset to something is not working. There is no but to it. But the fact that you have spun the block again, you know what I mean?
And a lot. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead.
And a lot of them like to use the word but so that they keep you focused on what they want you to do. Okay, if I say, but I've tried this, but you haven't tried everything. They don't want to try everything. They want to stay exactly where they are because they're getting whatever I'm getting from this. Even if it's just emotional support from somebody. Okay, I'm getting emotional support even though there's really nothing emotional going on with me. But if I keep that same frame of mind, they're going to feel something's wrong with me. So now I have her attention constantly because she's going to keep trying to help me, Or they use the guilt trip thing to where you start to feel bad, like, dang, I should have helped them more. Now it's your fault when it's really not your fault. It was their problem, their fault, their issue all along. And you tried, but they didn't want it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, by all means. Go ahead, BB.
Okay, so instead of saying but, because I know sometimes I know when you're speaking to someone and you say but, it totally like you're not listening to me. I always say, I hear what you're saying. However, I'd like to add.
I love it.
Because the person just thinks that you're not listening to them. So I learned how to do the however. But what I have done, and I was guilty of doing this, I would overly involve myself with my friends or whoever was talking to me or needing advice, and I was ignoring what was happening in my own situation. It was like my escape. I could fix your thing, but I had all this mess going on my side. So I did thank God I think God for the revelation of you're not in a position to help. Like you cannot. Someone on crutches cannot push someone in a wheelchair. Like you cannot. You know what I mean? And I realized, let the wheelchair get someone who's stronger. Let me walk and balance on my crutches. So that's where all of my friendships started happening because I no longer chose to assist them in the way that I've always only known how, and I started focusing on my strength, on the way I had to be. I think I noticed that a lot of them just cherished me more by helping them, but they wouldn't allow me to grow. So you have to just be careful because sometimes you get you get so trapped in the cycle of being the helper but not being helped, and that's okay. You know what I mean? I mean, it's okay that you didn't realize that, but when you realize you have crutches too, stop trying to put a cape on and go fix your stuff. So right now I'm in rehab. I'm in physical therapy. I am learning how to walk. I'm learning how to allow my friends to get their own PT and let me get my PT, and then we walk together, right? So I am not your therapist. I am not here. We can talk, like you said, Carla. We could talk about it 3 times, but when that 4th time comes around, I'm gonna tell you to take the train down the block and go meet someone else. Because I'm not the one.
Amen.
I'm not the voice that God has not assigned me to get you to the next level. So that's where I'm at, and so I have enough negative talk. I have enough, and even though it's gotten better, because sometimes somebody yesterday had said, "I'm a funny girl. I get it." Haha. But somebody had said something, and she was like, "Yo, you're stupid," and that's a trigger word for me. right? But in just the same way, I think it's just the way the person is saying it. They thought I was just being a comedian, and they didn't mean I was intellectually handicapped. They didn't mean that.
Yeah.
But they said, "Oh, you stupid," and that's always bothered me. But I knew she didn't mean it, so I never corrected her. And yesterday when she said it, I said, "Oh no, honey." I said that I'm far from stupid. So let's just erase that right now. She was like, "I didn't mean that. I just think you're really funny." I said, "Oh yeah, don't say that," because now I'm realizing that bothers me more and more every time someone says it. And guess what? I took the time to tell her, "Don't say it again." And then you know what I mean. But I'm becoming mature enough where I'm realizing, so I call myself stupid enough. Like sometimes I may put something somewhere and I'm like, "Oh my God, you're so stupid. Why would you do that?" So I have to get myself out of that. So I have to condition those around me not to use those words, not to speak negatively. I already do it to myself enough, and I'm not gonna let those around me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep. I'm working on rehab. It's mental rehab for me.
And I understand where you're coming from with that. I had that happen to me right before the live stream started. My sister called me out the blue saying that she gave somebody my number, told them that I could help them with resources like getting a house because the lady's homeless and everything, and she's living in a hotel. Well, I had to think. I was thinking about the conversation we had the last time about how can you offer yourself to somebody else and you're not strong enough to help yourself? I was like, we talked about this in the live with Miss Carl and them. I said, so I just stopped her. I was like, before you go any further and giving my number to anybody and saying I can help people, I don't mind telling her numbers that I got, but I can't help her because I need to help me. I'm living in a hotel myself. I don't have a house myself. My car's in the shop. How can I help her get from where she's at when I'm in the same situation? I'm not strong enough. She was like, okay, well, I won't do that. I appreciate you telling me. But the old me would have been like stressed out, not wanting to let her down, trying to help the lady, knowing I can't help putting that extra pressure on myself. When now I'm not doing that. I'm thankful for these classes because this is good.
I don't know if what I'm about to say is off base or not, but when you were saying that, you have to think. I mean, again, it's another example of, you know, choosing yourself or having things, put on you that depletes your strength, depletes your capacity. So when you put that boundary in, you're like, hey, this is what I can do. That's the extent of it. And this, that, and the other. It gives you, so much more. It gives you time that you can't get back to deal with yourself, to do what you need to do for yourself. And
Yeah.
so I'm proud of you for, taking that stance, taking that position, recognizing what your limitation was. You know what I mean? How far you wanted to go. And that's the thing I had to deal with yesterday for me. Um, there are things that it's like if I tell you, right, if you're in need of a job and I tell you, if you know, like, and trust me, and I tell you some information, here is a for sure job. This is what it looks like to get it, but this is the flexibility of it. So there's a job that I once worked for a company, that how do I want to say this? It was kind of like it was a gateway. Going through this company was a gateway to work as an independent contractor for a variety of other companies in the customer service industry. Okay. But sometimes some of their clients required that you have to pay for the training. And I was very skeptical of it myself at first. But it took me back to, as I was transitioning out of Germany, one of the things I was doing, I tried to retire in Germany. But the good Lord just didn't make it so. So during the process, though, what happens in the military is that they allow you 2 years to do the things that you need to do to transition off of active duty back into the civilian sector. Okay. So it's not a straight 2 years, I'm off, I don't have to show up. That's not what it is. But there's 2 years of time you get in terms of taking classes specifically to help you transition. So those do happen every so many weeks, and you can go back as much as you want to, but you still have to maintain some semblance of responsibility to what it is that you're doing. So it's a delicate balance. Nonetheless, I remember distinctly sitting at the table one day, and the lady came up and she said, well, I have 50 streams of income. And I said, 50? I'm like, shoot. And me, the competitive nature started coming out. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to have more than that. But we got to talking. And she told me about this company called ARISE. ARISE. She told me about that company. And I was like, well, what is this about? And she told me, and I was like, okay, mental note to self. Then I moved on, and as I was transitioning, I opened up an Airbnb. Okay. And within that, I had a customer, a client, a guest come in, and she mentioned this same company, and she showed me how she established a company of her own through it. And I was like, okay. And then there came a time where it was like, gosh, I have to do something, but I have kids. And this was years ago. So 5 years ago, my son was 7 and baby girl was 3. Okay, they were not having the distraction that it took, the silence that I needed. They weren't having that. So I couldn't work it long. But I absolutely loved it. I was already doing Instacart at the time in terms of home deliveries, doing shopping efforts for people, and then taking them, their food. But also, I was working the side of customer service for Instacart. So in half an hour increments, I would answer the phone and take phone calls, inquiries from delivery persons to the people who were doing the ordering. And I loved it. So I came to know, and I got paid for it. So I came to know that this was legitimate. I shared it with a friend of mine who is working at home, or I shouldn't say working, who is at home right now with limited resources and this, that, and the other. And I want so much for this person to do something. I know intellectually they're smart. I do know that. But it's like, the decisions that they're making are just on the opposite end of the spectrum. It's like, what are you doing? And it's like they're putting their eggs all in one basket that doesn't bring any coinage, right? It doesn't bring any dollars and cents. Yeah. And I feel as though I'm sacrificing and having to push through sickness, having to push through not feeling well, having to push through elevated blood pressure, having to push through elevated pain levels, having to push through stress because of what's going on with my finances on the back end, that I just couldn't take anymore. I'm riding down the freeway at less than doggone 60 miles an hour, the minimum being 45, and I was pretty much hovering over that because I felt that if I had pushed that pedal anymore, that it would have been far more dangerous to do what I was doing at a faster rate of speed than what could have happened if I was just going 45. So I made it as far as I could. I got off the freeway, I pulled into the gas station, and that's as far as I went. I was like, friend, I cannot go any further. We're gonna have to do an Uber from here. But the problem was nobody was taking consideration to the fact that I'm talking about my finances. I'm talking about being backed into a wall here where I'm having to, I'm not in a situation, don't get me wrong, where I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. I am not there. But I'm definitely not in a comfort zone with what's happening. Knowing that I have to wait 4 weeks to get $3,000 back, that's ridiculous for something that I didn't do. I didn't have anything to do with. And I feel like the safeguards that should be in place with these entities are not strong enough. I feel like they have been diminished by the lack of oversight because everybody's getting fired. You get fired today, you get fired tomorrow, that even at the highest levels, that people are not in place to provide the safeguards and the security that we have been accustomed to, but now see, know, and have experienced is lacking in these areas. So those are just my thoughts. And why did I share that with you? Just to say that, you know, I can totally relate to feeling used, feeling abused, feeling underappreciated, undervalued, and the frustration that comes along that people have with, I've now set a boundary. That's it. That's all. It is what it is. I choose me. I choose me because you're obviously not choosing me. You're not choosing me. You're choosing me to take from. You're choosing me to deplete, but you're not choosing me to pour into. You're not choosing me to uplift, right? And then when I'm down and depleted, you're off in la la land finding somebody else that you can absorb from. Somebody else that you can use. Because, friends, we've talked about this before. We've talked about the person that comes into your life and continues to take, okay? Time, money, effort, energy, knowledge, skill,
and people will do it
and
constantly.
not pour back into you. We've talked about that. Oh man, yeah, we have talked about that. So doggone it, Lady D, good for you. Good for you choosing you. Because if you don't choose you, look out. Who else is? I would choose you. I would do anything that I could. But you understand what I'm saying. There are some people that you have grown to have that
I
expectation
just feel
from,
like
grown to
I
have that
don't
understanding with,
have
and those are the
to
people who are not
carry
doing it.
every weight to
They're not.
provide
And when you realize that they're not, it's not everybody. Of course not. I'm not saying that.
to prove my strength.
Look to your left, your right,
It's
your
simple.
front, your behind, and see everybody's doing it. I know that that's not the case, but you know who they are. And when you know who they are, who you are, whose you are, where it is that you're trying to go, you gotta shut that sugar honey iced tea down. That's the bottom line. Yep. I just feel like I don't have to carry every weight. No, you don't. We weren't designed by that. And I know that Bibi can come in here and speak to that. God did not design us that way. That's not what He chose for us. One of the things I love about Bibi's advertisement for her travel agency is that part on there that says, what does it say? It took 7 days, you know, for God to create the world. You know, we need to explore it. I love that. Think about that for a second. So God did not intend for us to be bogged down with all the things.
I agree. I agree. It's not your job to save the world. It's His job. And when you're sitting here trying to play the role of God and you're trying to like be the savior of all things in this world to your friends, you're actually putting yourself in an idle position in their eyes and not letting them seek Him. So that is where you can be there as a vessel to intercede
and
to
that
help,
right there
but you're not here to take His place, and that's the problem. A lot
a
of us
whole
do. We want to
healing
fix
journey
everyone,
in
but
one
that's not our
sentence.
job. Our job is to listen to them and then just hope that and help them seek Him. And this is in so many ways. I can't be your financial advisor when I have financial issues. Somebody's hacking in my stuff. I can't be your marital counselor and I'm going through marital warfare. Like that's God's job. That's not your job. Your job is to lead them in prayer. Your job is to give them a testimony of how God took you through that same season and how it's and how you can empathize with them because you had to push through, but you're not here to be their crutch and their idol. I give you back the mic. I'm sorry, I had to say it.
No, I needed you to say it because only you can say that. That's why I kind of went down that path. But yeah, only you can say it.
Thank you, Michi. I'm gonna be doing my makeup here in a minute.
I see your picture, Bruce. I thought you were gonna say something, but no, only you can say that. Absolutely, we're not here to save everybody, and so whatever your limitation looks like, mine is 3, because that's just the capacity. I want to. That's why I said I can't take. Even if I could, even if I was physically, mentally, emotionally ready to go back into the confines of an office. And I say that because I do feel confined when I'm in an office. It wasn't until my last duty assignment that I realized how much I was blind to. And I couldn't believe that I spent this long in this organization, never seen the things as I was seeing toward the end of my career. Good morning, sunshine. Good morning. And so when that happened, I was like, oh no, but HE double hockey sticks, no, I could not do this. And so I haven't been able to break through, the veil of thinking that I could ever go back into an office and work for two reasons. Yeah, for two reasons, including the fact that um, there's office politics, office drama. Yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not gonna say I could never ever do it, but I'd have to say that I would have to be more in control of my surroundings, and my surroundings would be of me. Good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. But yeah, good morning. Hey, look, Dee Dee, that came up on the. I see you now. I see your picture behind the circle, which is really crazy. I'm gonna send this to you. I'm gonna screenshot it. There you go. I screenshot it because y'all ain't gonna believe this when you see it. Yep, it shows up the same way. Okay, cool. But yeah, good morning. Good morning. Was it Big Easy in the room? Okay, Big Easy. Was Big Easy the one that I did that sticker for? The sticker with the 49ers?
That was handsome.
Harry.
Yeah. We call him handsome. But
So you know him. Okay.
no, yeah. So I know Puddin' Pop. I know Big Easy and Harry. His name is really long. It's Harry the Handsome. Something like that. So that's who I thought of. Good morning. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. And since doggone, we're gonna go ahead and do Miss Lady's sticker right now, since she's been asking me about it. It is raining outside, but it feels so good, not cold.
You did do a sticker for Miss Lady D.
Did I?
Yeah, it's in the panel. She's the one that you have as a visionary. Isn't that her?
Oh no, that's Miss D. That's Miss D.
That's me.
Oh, my bad. I didn't want to steal your sticker. Sorry.
That's mine. That's all mine.
No, but you know what? It's good that we cover the topic of, making, everyone can look at it in a spiritual or in a secular way. When you're in the airport,
I appreciate you,
they say put
Michi.
your life preserver on first.
Thank you for the
Put
compliment.
your mask first, and so whenever you're trying to get yourself right, because everything goes left, everything is going left, but you're trying to get yourself right. You cannot be the one. If you're on crutches, you can't be pushing the wheelchair. That's how I always look at it. I may not be your friend to support you in this day, but come back tomorrow. I may be walking a little bit more sturdy. Like, it doesn't mean that I cannot help you. It's just that know your capacity and your mental state to say, today I'm not going to be able to support that, but come back to me in 24 to 48 hours. You know what I mean? Just, you just got to know. And then you have to identify the people who are vampires in your life, who just want to suck the. Yes, we identify those. Yes, you got to identify those vampires.
Yeah, it was something like just right
I
now.
love her dearly. I love her dearly, but for some reason she thinks that I am in a financial. I have a better financial thing than she does. My finances are better than hers. And whenever I see her, it's like she starts with the doubting, and she only has herself. And she starts with the, oh my God, I couldn't buy food this month. I couldn't get this. I couldn't get that. And I used to feel so sorry for her. And I would just go out of my pocket and give her money and take her to the grocery store and different things like that. But then I started looking around in her home. Her home looks like it's made for a goddess or some type of royalty. And I said, my God, this is where she puts all her money. She puts all her money in her home. Beautiful furniture and lighting and all the curtains. And I'm like, my God, but she never has food. And I had to start really thinking about this. You know, she uses certain people for certain things. Like she used me to
Hello.
buy the food, and she used certain people to do
You
this.
from
certain
Miami?
people to
I'm
take her
from
because her car has
Arkansas.
broke down and stuff like that. And I'm like, but she lives in lavish. And I'm like, you know, it's where you put where your love is, that's where it shows. And I had to start backing off. I said, you know what? I love her dearly. She is the sweetest person. She's always got kind things to say. But this thing of always poor me, oh my God, oh my God. And then it started making me really look at myself. I said, I don't want my friends and my family or anybody to think poor me, poor me, poor me, because I'm rich in certain things, but I'm poor in others. And those things that I'm poor in, I have to get myself to a point where I am feeling good about it and getting my things together. So, you know, when you see like BB said, when you see those vampires, you have to kind of start recognizing that they will suck the blood out of you. They will suck it all out of you. She put heavy on the suck. She was like, Lord, you were heavy on that. But you know, the funny thing is, I think we all have had an imbalance in our friendships, right? There's always you may be one that has more financial resources than someone else, or I've always been the one who goes out and I'm the one who has the friends with the crocodile arms, right? They don't reach for the check. They are just always in expectation that I'm reaching for the check. My friends, I mean, and those are not so much all my friends, but I had to identify the ones that turned into crocodiles when it was time to pay for the bills. Or little tiny, the little tiny hands, like they couldn't reach.
And I'm so quick to be like, this is a separate check. I'm only paying for me.
I started delaying my response to grabbing the check. There you go. Right? Or I even went so far as identifying them, and I was like, okay. So when I was sitting down, I said, we're gonna split the check because I'm a little hungrier than she is. So I would tell them. I'm having some big bag appetite. So I was like, we're gonna split. I said, can you just split the check?
Thank you, Regina.
Because I don't want her to eat my food. I don't want her to pay for my belly. And so I had to start doing that with certain friends because that doesn't mean they're not my friends. I just don't know if they're aware of what they're doing. Right. And if not, I was aware of it and I started pulling back. And trust me, people don't like when you start treating them the way they've been treating you. They don't like it at all. But I do it in such a respectful way. So I do have my friends that we just drop the card and we don't even think about it. The minute the bill comes, we're both dropping it, or I'll just be like, I got it, friend, because she had me 18 times before that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had those. But then I also recognize the ones that are vampire behavior. They have those traits that they will suck the life out of you, or they'll give you a pity party parade. They bring out the baby violin because they know you're going to offer the ride or you're going to offer some resource. And now I learn when they say something, I'll be like, oh, honey, we're going to pray about that. I'm not going to give you the answer to it. I'm not the solution to your problem. I said, we're going to pray about that.
I know
because
that's right.
If you're only showing up when there's a crisis and you're a walking GoFundMe account, you're a walking GoFundMe. I am not here to support you in every facet of your life. So now I just be like, I can't, not because I don't want to, but sometimes the Lord is like, no, let them seek me. You have a lot more problems if you're constantly asking. Or you just, anyway, let me get off me. This wasn't about me, guys. It wasn't about me. But baby,
it's the truth, though.
It's the truth. And the thing about that is that you have some people that they will throw, well, God wants us to take care of each other, and He wants us to love each other, and He wants us to. Yeah, He does, but it's supposed to be a sharing contribution type thing. Don't think that every time I see you, you got the same issues every single year. And this is not months, this is years. Years. So you have to recognize, you do. You have to kind of recognize it. And sometimes it kind of hurts your feelings because you're like, I didn't think it was like that, but it is like that. It is like that. You gotta come to that conclusion. Yeah.
I love these little quips that BB has. I have to write some of them down sometimes. Yeah, they're quick and spicy.
Spicy. My clapback is quick. I have a quick clapback, you know?
You got a strong clapback game for real.
Yeah, but the good thing is that the Lord has muted my mouth. Like he has learned to curb my mouth because your actions, people will forget what you do to them, but they won't forget what you say to them.
Yeah.
So I am very careful. I watch what I say. So that is why I be like, okay, let me just show them by action, and then I'm teaching them and conditioning them. Oh yeah, she doesn't move in the seat. I don't care if they think I'm broken, I can't pay that bill. I don't care what you think. I'm just not paying the bill for you anymore. I'm just not. I don't care what you think. I'm just not gonna be that friend. And when God tells me to do it, I'll do it. And when he tells me fall back, let me be God, and you just sit back and be my servant, that's what I do. You know?
I get it. Miss Lady, I have a question for you because I'm struggling with something over here. Your photo is the only one that I've ever had this issue with, which is why
Right.
I'm kind of like not understanding it. Do you have some settings on your photo or something that doesn't allow me to copy it because it's not working?
What you mean?
So on your photo on TikTok, generally I've been able to just go ahead and right click and copy a person's photo, carry it over into Chatty Patty so that I can create a sticker. But yours, it doesn't allow me to do that.
Cause this photo is one of my artist photos. I can send you another photo that you can. Because on the artist photos, it has my name and actually in the background. You can't really see it. If you go look at my videos really, really, really close, I have a copyrighted name in the background of it. It says MZ LadyDee because somebody I don't know if I told y'all before, somebody had stole my identity before. And they had a bunch of pages where they had my face and stuff. So for copywriting reasons, I have it like that. But I could just send you a photo really quick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Pray Eat says y'all have a great stream on purpose.
Thank you so much. I love it. Yeah, we do. We strive to be great over here. We strive to be real. We strive to be open. We strive to, shift our mindsets if necessary. Just be open to different perspectives. And the thing of it is, when we cross each other's paths, we have to be mindful that it's not without reason. We may not know what that is, but the fact that this has come together so nicely and it is gel, it is on purpose. And you C5. Who's C5? Is he saying?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, you're a C5.
Yeah, you're a C5.
C5?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
That is so.
I told you when you stop looking at not that you were, but I'm so set against this whole fragments and paying attention to fragments and leads. When you stop focusing on that, it happens organically. People support you, and you just level up in tears.
That's crazy. Wow. Well, thank you all, because I could not have done that by myself. So that is how to attribute it to. I'm gonna tell you what is real. I showed up. That was the hardest part for me. The rest of it, every last one of y'all are responsible for that in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Through an actionable step that you took on here, or through advice that you've given, and I was able to adjust to. That's how we got there. I had no idea. We did it. We did it. I told y'all, we are going places.
Right.
We are going places. Wow. Yes, of course. Shout out to your energy and every single beautiful spirit in the room. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We
Yes.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I got the picture. I'm excited to see this picture. Okay, so copy the image. I'm going into Chatty Patty because I got everything that I need there. So now I just posted your picture.
Big Stace, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I know you looked at that. I don't think she knows she's seen it. I went to go check on your diamonds. That's something I've been doing lately. I've been checking on people that, you know, so I want to see positively go up there, not bantering go up there.
Right.
So, and my brother been watching everybody. He was like, "Did you check on Carla's stuff?" And I'm like, "That's a good thing you said that." 'Cause, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time he was doing the 3D printing. Like, he never forgets that. Like, where's that wood thing that she was doing? I want to get into that. Like you was never able to find it. And every time I wanted you to find it, I think your knee was like kind of messed with you. I was like, nah, hell nah. Whenever she get to it, bro, we'll do it on good time. I'm proud of y'all, man.
So much.
I thought you
So
didn't
this
have
is
it.
one of my friends. We've been knowing each other for a little while now. It's funny how we met. You want to tell them the story?
I don't want
I
to
ain't
take
gonna lie
it
to you.
from
We
you.
were playing hangman and talking about books.
You need to take it from me. I can't do nothing
On a
with it.
battle. And when I battle, I don't banter. I just get to know the person I'm battling.
Put my phone
I
number.
ride with my check.
What is your account number?
And she definitely told me. I forgot how I went at the
Send me your
end.
savings account number.
As soon as the person that was in there battling with me, they were like, "I ain't gonna let anything in your live and go over there and get an argument." That's something we need to start doing. Everybody we battle just get an argument. Just going to random people live, spending all this stuff to help to complete a gallery. That you still got 2 extra seats, and so that's something that I want to work on. But damn, man, Carter, I'm proud of you. I'm really not for real because I'm finna clock in about 19 minutes, but I'm chilling. It's crazy how we met and look at you now, man. I'm so proud of y'all, bro. Especially you showing up was the hardest thing. I know it.
Yes, you know it was. Because even when we met, I was in pain trying to figure it out, trying to push through. But man, see, this is why, I don't even know. I'm just kind of speechless. It's like you just never know who you're going to meet out here. And I just thank God that that I met you guys. Because I know that, I couldn't have done it and I couldn't have come through some of the things that you have no idea that I had to come through just to be able to be here. And the fact that you guys support my shenanigans, and this, that, and the other, it just leaves me like speechless sometimes because I haven't always had that. I haven't always had that support. And it takes me back to, conversation I had with my therapist some months back. And we were like, I was talking about the frustrations I was having because I no longer have a team. And teams are important to me because it does take everybody working together in order to accomplish something. And I was good at what I was good at, and you try to do everything, but it's taxing and it wears you out and this, that, and the other. But the bottom line is, yes, yes, I love that. I love that. But the bottom line is, I feel like my prayers in those ways and alignment is happening like right now in real time. And it shifted. I'm not gonna lie. It shifted when I accidentally hit a button and Kay came into the room. And now look at us. Look how it is that we're showing people, particularly men, because we've had men like May J come into the room and say, this is something that we need to have more of. We need to have a display of where women can come together. And we are women from all different walks of life, right? All different walks, all different social and economic backgrounds, all different knowledges, skills, and abilities. And if we could do it, then why can't everybody else do it? And we do it seamlessly. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes. So thank you, all of you, for everything that you've ever done. And I'm just looking so forward to that day on the beach. We are working towards that day on the beach. We are working through that mini vacay that we could just be like, wow, look at us. Look at what we've done. Look at how we've come together. Look at what it is that we've accomplished. Look at the impact that we've had.
That's what I'm gonna do Sunday, Miss Gordon.
What happened?
My mama be sending me these affirmations, and it came from Cisco. So when I seen it, I let them drop that in the comments and said, I don't complain because I'm still here, and I know some people who aren't.
Amen. Somebody didn't wake up this morning and you still here breathing and thriving. Just thankful that you got the breath.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. That's so true. That's how I get it. That's how I doing to get ready with me.
I
Mm-hmm.
can hear. All right, let me show y'all something. Something just came up on my thing. Hold on.
Oh, that's pretty. Thank you.
That's so pretty.
Oh my God, that is pretty. Thank you.
Pay attention to the ones in the chat. Do you got yours in the chat?
I don't think so. You know I'm the last person. I don't think I have.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. That's so pretty.
I love it. So let's pick it apart. It says confident, bold, and unstoppable. I love that. Look at that definition. That is so pretty.
Oh my goodness. I got my whole face.
Mm-hmm. And then it says live, cook, talk, and daily. What does it say?
Late night.
Late night. I'm like, what does that mean? If I read some sweet secret squirrel stuff, hold on. Okay, anti-bullying, uplifting artist and songwriter, cancer. These are things that it captured off of your bio.
Mm-hmm.
Positivity, autism awareness. Look at this. Live with purpose, lead with love, leave a legacy. I love that.
Thank you.
The battle is the Lord.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. I have to send this to you.
Thank you. That is so gorgeous. You had me.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
This is so beautiful.
Oh my God.
Oh, thank you.
You deserve it.
Yes.
You deserve it, baby. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, Lord. That is amazing.
Now, you know I gotta be childish.
Oh Lord, it's not.
And I'm about to go after this. Now, let's be promotional, not emotional. I love you.
I got
All
you.
right. All right, friend. Thank you.
I think they got to work.
He said, let's be promotional, not emotional. I know that.
I'm jumping up your pen. I'll be jumping up everybody else. No bad.
I love it.
No, you gotta disconnect me. One of y'all gotta disconnect me. I ain't gonna jump up.
Oh, okay. You ready to go? All right, I got you.
I'm about to go to work.
Okay, no worries. Have a good day and thank you for coming in. Thank you for showing up and showing out. Thank you for just being you. I love it.
He's so sweet.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's a gamer. He's the battler. He does a lot of
Oh,
battles.
battle.
I'm gonna start doing it. I want to do this. I've been looking at the things on this challenge that's out there, and I'm like, I could do that because after doing it the other day, it was like, yeah, give me some little, catchy phrases, things that I can say, some saucy things that kind of strike it up, and this, that, and the other, and yeah, I could do that. I don't want to do it all the time, but maybe a couple days a week or something like that, I would do it.
Yeah.
Wow. I love.
That's beautiful.
Okay.
I have seen people battle, and I just don't really understand it. Is it where the audience gives you the roses and things, and who gets the most is the one that wins? Is that it?
It's good to work on your gift gallery. It's good to work on your gift gallery while you're doing it, because that's where you're going to get the majority, and then TikTok gives double. So like, if she was battling and it said the first gift is worth $3, you don't want to throw like a penny. You want to throw better than a penny. You want to throw your best gift, because whatever you throw, TikTok is giving her double that. So they're gonna give them the one thing that you say. Say I threw $5, 500 coins. If it's triple, then TikTok is giving 1,000, and I'm giving 500. That's $15, basically. So the host is not losing. Versus if we just threw her $5 on the panel. If I threw a money gun right here, then TikTok is gonna take 40% of that. So it would be like she got $2 or something. Versus if it was in a battle, she would get the whole 15, because it would be triple.
I'd like to correct that. The conversion, the dollar conversion, is still the amount that you sent her. TT doesn't give her the monetary conversion, only the points, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like during a live, if you see it says ×2 ×3, the points are tripled and doubled, but the monetary part of it still stays at the dollar amount on the back end. So some people have the misconception that, oh, you could turn a gift and it converts to the multiplication amount. It's not. It's just for the battle, but she'll still get the monetary. Nobody's a loser in a battle, because the truth is, you're gonna get whatever your community gives you. And it's just bragging rights, you know. But you were very competitive yesterday. I'm scared to go against you, because we will. You'll be like, you're not my friend, B. We going at it.
And some people think because they won that they took your wins, that you lost what you got. You didn't lose it. You still get it.
Everybody's a winner. Everybody's a winner chicken dinner. You know what I mean?
It's just saying you got the wins. Okay, I got her wins. It doesn't matter.
I'm ready. Yesterday, Carla, were you here, Miss Lady? Yesterday we were like testing it, and we all saw it. And the people that were in the chat, those are the people. Most of my people that were saying, "I saw it coming. I saw it coming." And we were not, but we didn't re-up. Like, I didn't re-up in time. I knew she was gonna take it at the end, but she was playing on her own, right? Some people like to keep the coins. But don't worry about it, girl. We will be greased up and ready to go at it next time.
Yeah. I like to support battles of people who like support me. Because I used to support a lot of people battles, and I would go hard and everything with them. But when I would battle, they would act like they didn't know how to play or wouldn't throw anything. So I stopped. I stopped. Because I'm not going to keep on re-upping. This is real money I'm putting on my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm on a fixed income. And if I'm throwing 20, 30 bucks at your screen helping you win, and then when it's my turn, you got amnesia. Like, you don't know what... Right. So that's what made me stop. Like, I'm not going to keep doing this. And then, like, one lady came and she won the battle from me with 1 penny. Now, I think that's really ridiculous. And then as soon as the battle was over, they want to throw all this stuff. The battle's over now. The point is to throw it during the battle. Like, so I just quit altogether, because I'm like, well, shoot, I'm going to only battle and support people who actually come and support me when I'm doing mine.
Well, you know what, Miss Lady, sometimes I think, as far as for me, people just don't understand it. I'm like, what in the world? What are they doing? You know, we just, we haven't been brought up on that stuff. So it's like I'm learning while I'm going. And, sometimes I know when I remember BB saying about digital products, and I was like, Lord, I just throw my money away. I'm just throwing away money. But I haven't, because I've been on my way learning things.
Yeah.
And I'm figuring a lot of things out. So it was an investment for me.
Right.
So, yeah.
And the key thing is, Carla, that is why it's important, the person who is battling, to communicate what to do next to their audience. Because someone like Miss LadyDee, who's like, well, what do I do? You'd be like, okay, guys, what'd you get? Let's wait to see what the next multiplier is. Okay, now guys, wait until the timer comes. All right, get ready. And then now, drop your gift now if you're gonna drop, So you gotta coach them through it, because some people gotta start getting trigger happy.
Yeah.
And they start just throwing it and it's not landing at the right time.
Nah.
Which is great. I mean, they're still trying to bless you. But if you really want to win the battle and you want to save your followers, bless you. And you want to save your followers from spending any more money, you want to make sure that they're sending it at the time of a multiplier.
Right.
And you right? Because it's all great. But when you see times 2 is coming, some people see times 2 is coming and they start throwing. No, it said it's coming. Wait for the bus to stop and then get on. You got to wait until it starts and then you throw it, right?
And so, some of them don't understand.
That's why it's important for the person who's battling to tell the room, okay, guys, hold on, wait for the timer to start. Okay, now throw. And then that's when, but a lot of people don't know. And she's right. It took me a while before I realized what I was doing,
Or they'll throw a glove and you're like, don't waste a glove on this battle, because you could have a really big battle and you want as many gloves as you can to help you, because the gloves are sometimes 5 times. So just tapping that glove and tapping the gift, imagine getting 5 times, but if you throw it and it's wasted and somebody throws a penny, that's 5 times a penny. So you telling your people ahead of time and coaching them ahead of time, will help with the battle. Like the person I battle with, he always, like 30 minutes before the battle, we go over what we're going to be doing. Who got this and who got that? And he writes it down. Who has a glove? Who has whatever these new things are, because I don't do it that much, like a lightning bolt or something I saw. Who has this and who has that? So that way he know who to tell to throw what when. And then when the battle starts, everybody knows, okay, I'm throwing my glove at 10 seconds in, depending on how far we are away from them, or, like that. But it's just the people that be in my room, they be knowing, because I be seeing them in other battles. They be knowing how to do it. They just don't do it when I go battle. They just don't do it, so I just don't battle.
I get it. Yeah, I definitely want to learn. I mean, there's some other things that this is a gateway for, this is going to be the gold standard. We come on in the morning. But I wouldn't mind trying it sometimes. I don't want to, I'm not going to be one of those people that's up in the wee hours of the morning doing it all day, every day, because I don't have the stamina for that. But, I also want to get out here as I continue to learn, as you guys continue to educate me and pour into me, I'm going to regurgitate that. I'm going to regurgitate those efforts. I mean, we're doing it right now, but I'm going to, specifically have a time that I go out there and I talk about all of the little TikTok tips and tricks that I've learned. And I know that I'm guided and I'm being led to go into the guidelines even more and understanding the campaigns and different things like that. So, I mean, I love it. This is a place, that I can see myself being for the long haul. It's not that for everybody, but whatever it is, you have to take full advantage of it and know that, as I said before, there's not a thing that I don't really care for except for the split. I don't care for the split, but when it comes to everything else, they tell you exactly what you can do. Go ahead.
I hate to interrupt, but I do gotta get ready to go get dressed. Today is the murder trial for my nephew and my brother-in-law, who were taken away from us Friday the 13th of 2023, and now the person is going up to get sentenced today, and I gotta be there for my sister, so I gotta get dressed. I hate to leave y'all, but y'all just pray with us, because it's a lot on my sister today, and I'm trying to be there for her. My mind is everywhere, actually.
Yes.
I understand. And we will be doing this with you.
Yes.
I appreciate y'all. If one of y'all could, the moderators could, drop me so I could go get dressed. I love you, ladies.
Love you too, honey. God bless.
Bless you too.
I love you too, honey. God bless.
Absolutely. So, definitely prayers up for the family today. As this, this life experience comes to a head in a moment, definitely for sure. I know it's going to be rough. I know it is, but I love the way we come together and we're here for each other. I absolutely love it. What I was referring to being takes, you receive something, it takes 50, 60, 40, 50, 60%, or whatever the case may be. That's the program.
The scale of the split has now shifted from a D to a C5. So now your percentage gets bigger. Hallelujah. I mean, won't he do it?
We just got paid. That's right.
Got a raise. No, but when I was on there for I did the same thing. I just didn't last more than 40 something days. I did exactly what you were doing. I was doing it every day, showing up every day. And I went from, the D level to a C2.
Okay, guys, I'm about to get ready to get dressed to go to this murder trial. Let me put on my underwear because I don't have none of those on, and my makeup, and get myself together, do my hair, and get myself together to go for this murder trial. I am so nervous, actually. Let me take a bubble bath when I come back. I'm just going to put my clothes on. Put the clothes on right now. And I am hoping that they call me to the department today. I am ready to get out of here. To be honest. And my dang leg is killing me too. Ow, it hurt my toenail. You on the phone with class? Yeah. You ready for this morning, child?
He said he dropped off some weed off to you, didn't he?
To me? No.
A wig.
A wig? No, he dropped the wig off to me. Okay. He did not bring me that wig from Gabby. You picked it up and took it to Gabby, but you didn't bring it back to me. I done broke my toenail. Where the toenail clip was at? My whole toenail broke off. Yes, but you didn't bring it. You took it to Gabby, but you didn't ever bring it back to me. I'm about to get dressed. I'm gonna lay down with your time with a lot of stuff. You'll leave her by 8:30.
So you think that man took a plea deal?
Yeah, she took a plea deal. That's what Lisa said. So we don't have to sit there and look at mine in the head on bust open. He took a plea deal. He needs life. You don't need to never get out. Ever, ever, ever. You don't need to never get out of jail. His whole entire life. Get jail for his whole rest of his life.
Do you know the deal they gave him?
Ever, ever, ever.
Let me tell. Okay, do you know the deal that they gave him? 35 years. You took 2 hours. That's too late for you. That nigga, they did not give him a couple days. That's what I took you there.
Always gotta be. Woo! Now I need to put on a bra. Got me on girl. Okay. Got me on do. Got me on girl. Okay. Got me on girl. Okay. Come back and lay my butt back down. Lay forward. I'm itching. Back is itching. Got me on do. Yeah. Girl. Okay. Need a shirt. She got me a shirt. A wheelchair B shirt. Got me a shirt.
How many she gave you?
Huh?
How many she gave
She
you?
bring them to the courthouse. She didn't give me nothing. She bring them to the courthouse. I'm just putting on a regular shirt right now. And when I get to the courthouse, she's gonna give me a wheelchair B shirt. And I got my sweater because they be cold in there. Courthouse. I gotta make me some new earrings. That's gonna be a shirt to put on. I guess I can put on this Mickey Mouse. And when I get to the courthouse, I just put on. Broke my damn toenail. Put on no makeup. Not today. Gonna be crying. It's cold in here. When it's cold outside, Girl, who are you holding? You'll be holding me. Oh, it's cold. I'm cold. Do, 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 do. It's cold outside. Girl, who are you holding? Hey, Gary. How are you, darling? Who? Ready? It's 7 o'clock. We leave here at 8:30. Do, 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 do. When it's cold outside, girl, who are you holding? Do, 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 do. You be holding me. Do, 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 do. Ah, come on, wig. Quit playing with me. What? Well, he's not talking to me. He talking on the phone. I got my afro on. Ah, I gotta make sure I got some on. Shirt like way up there. You talking to me? I'm cold. Okay, I'm up and I'm dressed. I'm getting ready to go to court. I'm going to court, y'all. My nephew, my brother-in-law was murdered in 2023. Finally, the person that done it is getting his just desserts. He getting what's coming to him. He need to get it. What's coming to him. He deserve it. You low down piece of crap. You want to kill somebody in a wheelchair, a paralyzed person. You want to shoot him in the head. You're just a waste of space. And he needs to be up under the jailhouse. Like up under it. Bottoming it out. That's where you need to be. With your trifling ass. I just hate he been out of jail this long. Waiting to go in. He needs to be up underneath the jailhouse. That's what some people need to be. That's what some people need to be. Up under it. And my afro, my Jericho. That's where he needs to be. Up under the jailhouse. People who take other people's lives like that don't deserve to live. What's that noise? When it's cold outside, girl, why you holding on? When it's cold outside, well, while we wait, I need breakfast. I'm hungry. Who leave tomorrow? I'm nosy. I'm not over there in their conversation. How y'all doing? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Salutations. Salutations, everybody. Morning. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. I might as well not lay back down because then I'm going to oversleep if I lay back down. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey.
Girl, watch your mouth. I ain't playing with you. Take a minute, walk in my shoes. Take a minute, walk in my shoes. Studio lights glow soft on my skin. Microphone hums like a long lost friend. Gospel notes float in the air.
Why?
Memories of change that once held me there. Calm in the storm that raged inside. Confident now I ain't got nothing to hide. Liberated soul breaking.
Why do I need it?
From the way to what I used to be. Girl, watch your mouth before you speak. You don't know the road that led me here to peace. Take a minute, walk in these shoes of mine. Feel the struggle, the strength, the divine. Melancholic nights turn to morning light. Nostalgic tears dry by the grace so bright. I'm standing tall and shackled and true. This is my song and I'm singing it through. Piano key, whisper, stories untold of the battles I fought and the truth I was told. Our voice rising strong and clear, like a phoenix from ashes. I'm drawing near, calm as the river that coursed through the stone. Confident in the love that's now my own. Liberated from the lies that bound me tight. I'm living in the freedom of God's own light. Watch your mouth before you speak. You don't know the road that led me here to peace. Take a minute, walk in the shoes of mine. Feel the struggle, the strength, the divine. Melancholic nights turn to morning light. Nostalgic tears dry by the grace so bright. I'm standing tall, shackled and true. This is my song and I'm singing. Studio walls hold the echoes of my past, but now I'm singing with a newfound cast of angels that lifted me up before. Gave me the courage to walk out that door. Letting my memories still linger on, but they don't have the power to do me wrong. I'm standing for the girl I used to be. Grateful for the woman I've come to see. Girl, watch your mouth before you speak. You don't know the road that led me here to peace. Take a minute, walk in these shoes of mine. Feel the struggle, the strength, the divine. Melancholic nights turn to morning light. Nostalgic tears dry by the grace so bright. I'm standing tall, unshackled and true. This is my song and I'm singing it through. Take a minute, walk in my shoes. Take a minute, walk in my shoes. Hey, I'm singing it through. I'm singing it through.
Here, we can't be late.
Oh, I said, go pick up KJ.
Go out to 218. Chris Savings. Okay. I need some gum too. I got a couple pieces. I guess I'm gonna go in there and eat breakfast. This is my guy. Just sit in the lobby. I eat breakfast. And Sam, why do you like rubber gloves? What is the issue with that? What is the issue with you and the rubber gloves? Hmm? I'm so confused on what the rubber gloves is for. Hmm. You need rubber gloves. Why? Who? I don't know who the hell that is. Y'all people seriously don't be having a life. Hi, honey. How are you? Some of these people on here don't be having no life fun. You just check your thing? Did you say 10? Yeah, right in the lobby. Just go to the lobby and get it and bring my car back. We gotta be out here in the next 30 minutes. My new snitch on Rodney. I don't know who the hell Rodney is.
Too blessed to be stressed, yeah. Don't need your mess, no. I'm blessed, that's true. God's coming through. Woke up this morning with a smile on my face. No room for worry in my happy place. Your drama can't touch me, I'm in my zone. Living my best like no need to moan. Every day is a gift that I won't take for granted. Got good vibes only in my heart is planted. And positivity so you can keep your stress. I'm moving forward, no time for the rest. Too blessed to be stressed. Come back with me with your mess. I'm blessed, it's true. Just wait for God to come through. Too blessed to be stressed. Ain't got no space for all that stress. I'm blessed, it's true. God's gonna see me
It's
through.
almost 8 o'clock now.
Got peace in my soul and joy in my bones. Your problems ain't mine. Leave me alone. I'm walking in favor and grace all around. Nothing can shake me. I'm on solid ground. Confident in the path that I'm taking. Liberated from all the faking. So you can keep drama and all your strife. I'm focused on living this blessed life. Too blessed to be stressed. Don't come bother me with your mess. I'm blessed, it's true. Just wait for God to come through. Too blessed to be stressed. Ain't got no space for all that stress. I'm blessed, it's true. God's gonna see me through. I rise above the noise and the negativity. Surrounded by love and pure positivity. No stress, no mess, just blessings all day. God's got my back and that's where I'll stay. Ooh. Too blessed to be stressed. Don't come bother me with your mess. I'm blessed, it's true. Just wait for God to come through. Too blessed to be stressed. Ain't got no space for all that stress. I'm blessed, it's true. God's gonna see me through. Yeah. Too blessed to be stressed. Don't need your mess, no. I'm blessed, it's true. God's coming through. Too blessed to be stressed.
How much you need 20 out of me? Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Hurry up, cause you come back. I don't want to be late. I hope they call us got keys today. Then once we move in there, we can worry about looking for another place. Something cheap. I we can get the land. The land will be the best thing. Let me see my blood pressure. This is that other thing. I'm sleepy, Brian. Want to go to sleep? Oversleep.
He say he loving my cougar. I'm talking that thing with respect on it. No vinegar needed, I'm already right. Baby, come on, put your name on it. He say he loving my cougar. Skin tight jeans, get a stretch on it. Miss Lady D in the building tonight. Yeah, I got that pressure on it. You scream my name all night. When I slide down jeans on it, I'm all you need tonight. Damn hot green, sweet apple pie on it. He say he loving my cougar. Just not miss Irene. It's Miss Lady D tonight. Yeah, baby, step on the scene.
Oh.
Cook you a nice meal every Sunday. Have you mowing my lawn on site. Trim it up clean that garage. Ain't no husband inside. You and me tonight. Moment of silence for what I lost. Now come here, take the work who's off. Let me show you who the bar. All this thickness, cornbread milk. Come get these good old yams. Make your blood pressure rise. No mess needed, I'm the plan. When you got this cougar in your hands, boy, you know what it means. Skin tight jeans, new curves on the scene. Yeah, I step on the scene. Loving my cougar. I'm talking that thing with respect on it. Don't consider needed, I'm already right. Maybe some more, put your name on it. You say you loving my cougar. Skin tight jeans, got a stretch on it. She's Lady D in the building tonight. Yeah, I got the pressure on it.
Mm. Ba, 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 da. Ba, 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 ba. Da, 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 da. You took a shower? I took one yesterday, but I'm gonna take one today when I come back. where I'm going here in the next 30 minutes. I gotta be at court. I don't see no point in going and get another one. I'm about to go on the outside. That's how you get sick. Mm. It need to be good luck for the other person, but thank you. Because they the ones need the luck, because they the ones going to, for murder. They murdered my nephew and my brother-in-law. Well, this dude did. Mhm. This dude, he murdered my nephew and my brother-in-law in 2023. Mm, yeah, in 2023. And he finally finna get time for it. Finally. You did 5 years in prison and you was homeless for 12. Mm. I know somebody like that. But it'd be hard to get like a place to stay when you go to jail, you know what I'm saying? Thank you. Yeah, he murdered my brother-in-law, which is my sister's was my sister's husband, and her son on the same day. He shot them both in the head. My brother-in-law, my brother-in-law had Crohn's disease. He was dying from cancer, and my nephew was in a wheelchair. He was paralyzed from the waist down. So there was no need to shoot them in their head, trying to rob them, and shot them in the head. You know, and he need to be up under jail. Like he literally been out of jail since 2023, since he committed the crime. He been out of jail, and he actually was out of jail for attempted murder when he killed them. Had he just been in jail, had they just kept him in jail, then my brother-in-law and my nephew would be alive today. Yeah. But because they didn't keep him in jail, that's what happened. I almost died last night. Wait, what happened? Yeah. It just, it pissed me off. But, because I'm thinking to myself, had you just kept his fucked up ass in jail, had you just kept him in jail, then these two men would still be here. But you didn't keep him in jail. Had you just kept him in jail. But our justice system is backwards, really. Nah, he didn't bond out. Well, yeah, he bonded out. Here go my sister calling now. Hello?
Hey, you was Ludus bringing you?
Yeah, Lucius said he was bringing me.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, he went to pick up KJ and he supposed to blow when he outside to get me. I'm up and I'm ready. I'm dressed. I just don't put my shirt on when you give it to me.
Yeah, Quiz got it.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you then.
Okay, I'll see you there shortly. All right. Okay. Well, y'all, let's go eat some breakfast. Y'all want to go eat a little breakfast with me? Let me get my... He say love, I'm a cougar. I'm talking that thing with respect. No, I'm needed, I'm already right. Baby, come on, put your name on it. He say love, I'm a cougar. Skin tight jeans and a stretch on it. MZ LadyDee in the building tonight. Yeah, I got that pressure on it. Oh, honey, I'll be back. I'm to the courthouse, okay? Baby, you need tonight. And my screen sweet apple pie on it. He say love, I'm a cougar. Just like this, I read. And MZ LadyDee tonight. Yeah, baby, step on the scene. Cook you a nice meal every Sunday. Hold on, y'all. Let me get out of here. Trim it up in that garage. Ain't no husband inside. You and me tonight. I got my sweater. On the silence for what I know. Now come here, take the work boots off. Let me show you. I'm about to get some breakfast. All the sickness, cornbread, Bill. Come get this good oil, yeah. Make your blood pressure rise. No man's needed on the planet when you got this cougar in your hand. Oh, you know what it means. Skin tight jeans, new curves on the scene. Yeah, I step 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 on the scene. Huh? He say love, I'm a cougar. I'm talking that thing with respect on it. Know that I need it, I'm already right. Baby, come on, put your name on it. He say love, I'm a cougar. Skin tight jeans, got a stretch on it. MZ LadyDee in the building tonight. Yeah, I got that pressure on it. Oh, oh, all right. All right. don't know if I want to wear this today. It's kind of puffy. Kind of. Yes, it's okay. It's Hey. Hey, are you coming to court today for Alicia? For Marvin's murder case. He's going to be sentenced today. So Alicia needs us to be there with her. So I was just trying to make sure you was coming. Let me get my breakfast. Ooh, y'all is blurry. Here we go. Let's get breakfast. We running out of time. Thank you, Lord, for the food I'm about to receive. May it be a nourishment to my body in Christ's sake. Bless the hand that prepared it, the mouth that will receive it, the stomach that will inherit it. May it do and cause no harm. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen. Amen. Amen again. How you doing? I don't know why I keep freezing, but it keep freezing.
you're gonna add more work. Hey, while you're there. Yeah.
Where you at? Because we got 20 minutes to get there.
Yeah, I'm picking up Jay.
How far is Jay? He not important. Okay, and you could have just took me with you so we wouldn't be late. It started at 8:30. I don't want to be late, okay? No. I know, but Alicia didn't want me to be late. She wanted me to walk in with her. Okay. You always do this to me every time. Care about Jay. Jay's not important. I could have just went and had her pick me up. Good morning, everybody. I'm getting ready to go to court. I'm waiting on my ride, which is going to make me late. Today, if anybody knows the wheelchair beast profile is my nephew, who was tragically gunned down and taken due to gun violence, him and his father, Friday the 13th, 2023. Okay. And it was October the 13th, 2023. And today is the court date for that. And I'm getting ready to go stand beside my sister while the person gets sentenced. I hope he get life. He need to be up under the jail. But I'm praying that God gives me strength to go in here with her. I haven't been on here because I haven't been feeling very great. So I'm just hoping the courts do the right thing this time and put him up under the jailhouse. He don't never, ever need to be able to get out again. Hey, Sheila. He need to be up under the jail. Never to get out again. Because my nephew was paralyzed from the waist down. It was uncaused to be pow-powed in his head and his father, both on the same day. We had to have 3 back-to-back funerals because my sister's mother-in-law passed away due to heartbreak 2 days after. So we had 3 funerals that year, 2023. So I'm going to stand with my sister, and it's a really hard time. It really is hard. I'm waiting on my son. I'm trying to put some breakfast in my stomach. I'm sorry I've been MIA. I just haven't been feeling that great, and my health made me take a back seat. Rich morning. Rich morning. I'm having grits and breakfast fries and a McMuffin. They have pretty good breakfast here. It's the first day I've been able to eat in about a good 2 weeks. Just actually sit down and eat. It's been pretty difficult. But I said, let me go on and speak to everybody and let them know what I'm dealing with right now. It's going to be really hard, but I'm going to stand with my sister. I'm going to stand with her. I'm trying to eat this here. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'll eat a little bit of it and take the rest down to the room, I guess. Well, I ate the majority. I ate the grits. I ate like two of these, with a piece of this. Morning. Good morning, beautiful. Morning, everybody, and I hope y'all having a beautiful morning. And hopefully we get back to normal here in the next couple of days. I don't think I can eat no more of this here. We're gonna go sit outside and wait for my ride. I'm late now because he didn't took forever. He just do backward stuff, like going to pick up somebody else when I'm supposed to be at the courthouse. Like my son, he just do backward stuff. Like, why would you leave instead of letting me get in the car and then we pick up the dude and then go to the courthouse? Like, it doesn't make sense for you to leave me at the hotel, go pick up somebody, then come back and get me. And we're supposed to be at the courthouse at 8:30. It don't even make any sense. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. These kids do the dumbest crap I ever in my life. All right, to Facebook. What is this? YouTube, I'll be back later. I got